In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the AC method for factoring a trinomial. So for the AC method, what you do is you take your coefficient of A and your coefficient C. Remember, when it's in descending order, your coefficients are A, B, and C in order. You take your A times your C, which in this case would be 10 times 36, and that would give you 360. So that's your A times C. Then what you want to do is you want to find the factors of 360 that add to give you the value of B for your middle term. Sometimes this can be a little tedious because you have a lot of combinations to check, but it's not difficult. So you want to find a combination that multiplies to give you 360 but adds to give you positive 53. So both of our factors are going to be positive because I want a positive 360 and I want a positive 53. So after doing some checking, I find that the two factors that work are 45 and 8. If I take 45 times 8, that gives me 360. But if I add 45 and 8, I get 53, which is in the middle term, our value of B. So I'm going to use this combination to break down the middle term into two terms. So I'm just going to carry down the 10x squared, and then I'm going to take that 53x and I'm going to break it down and rewrite it as 45x plus 8x, and then I bring down the 36. So this 53x has now been rewritten as 45x plus 8x. So now we can use grouping. So I'm going to group the first two terms together and the last two terms together. When I group the first two terms together and I factor that, I can factor out a 5x squared. And what's left over is 2x plus 9. Now I want to make sure when we use grouping that my second parentheses is exactly the same as the first. So I've got to figure out what would I put in front of that second set of parentheses to multiply by 2x plus 9 to get 8x plus 36. So in order to get 8x plus 36, this would have to be a positive 4. Whoops, I just realized I made a mistake. That should just be an x, not an x squared. And then what you'll see is that this term is the same and this term is the same, which is why we wanted those parentheses to be the same, so we can factor that out. So I can pull out 2x plus 9, that's what's in common, and what's left over is 5x plus 4. So in parentheses I put what's left over, which is 5x plus 4. And then if you want to check it, all you would have to do is FOIL it, and then make sure when you FOIL it, you get your original trinomial, which is 10x squared